We're live, pal. We're live.
3 title matches out of 5.
Yeah, look, hey, how does that sound for an intro, ladies and gentlemen? You got 3 title matches in a 5-match card.
Yeah.
And it's the big titles, the titles that matter. A 4th title's just been introduced, but let's go into it. Episode 14, hit that gimmick. All of them. Hi there, I am Rob Campbell and I am alongside.
I am jobber number 2, Martin Arnold.
And I'm Daniel. Don't be such a cornfield.
Right off the
Did not
bat.
see that one coming.
They never do. They never do.
That's also what she said.
That's what she put in charge with the police.
Hey!
That's not getting
Bro.
cut out. That's not
Fuck
getting
you
cut
now.
out.
So back to the wrestling. So it is
That's right.
episode 14 of Hot Tag Reviews, and we happen to be reviewing In Your House 14, Revenge of the Taker. Literally, my brother said to me yesterday, actually, oh, did they get that from Revenge of the Stiff? I was like, I was literally like, I think you find, motherfucker, that Star Wars got Revenge of the Sith from Revenge of the Taker, because this was 1997. Revenge of the Sith didn't come out until
2001.
2005, according to my Google search, but whatever.
It was not 2005, surely.
No, I'm thinking Phantom Menace. It was 2001.
And check out our Star Wars reviews later on to come in the future. We subscribe to Disney Plus.
I fucking don't.
Let's step foot in the DeLorean, lads. Let's get to it, because we are going all the way back to the 20th of April 1997 in Rochester, New York. In the fucking turn your phone off gun. In the Rochester Community War Memorial, with an 11,477 sellout. And for the first time in 1997, the WWF are actually 10,000 up on their pay-per-view buy rate, with a buy rate of 120,000 compared to, you guessed it, the May pay-per-view of 1996. That's wrong. The April pay-per-view. I've got to fuck this completely up.
Turn that fucking brain on, son.
Wow. Actually, they're down 20,000.
That's how quick it can go, people. Sometimes it goes up and then you straight back down.
Oh my god, they're down 20k. Sorry, I was comparing it to the May pay-per-view. Well, this is what happens when I try to be prepared and put my stats in beforehand. Oh, proper fucked it.
This podcast has been sponsored by mental difficulties today.
Technical difficulties, mental difficulties, you name it, we've got them.
All about the difficulties.
Anyway.
Difficulty. Yeah.
Something popped up then for Mark.
There's some blue stuff about it for that.
10% off with the code Hot Take 10.
So 20k down on the buy rate. I don't think really with this card that's justified, if I'm honest. I'm very pleased with this card. For 5 matches, I'm quite pleased with it.
As well, I think they got the storylines right as well. They had every match, bar probably one, had a really good build up. It had a good story. There was something before it, wasn't that? And it's not like everybody. It's not like they just chucked everybody together and just said, "Oh, just put a show on." There's no
like
6
Mark
man.
Merrow and Leif Cassidy.
Yeah. There's no 6-man AAA tag team matches to fill the gaps. They've literally got down to business and be like, you know what?
You fucking always bag on the WWF for having that 6-man tag. Honestly, that was 4 months ago. Stop going on about it.
Rob, it was a bit longer than 4 months ago.
Well,
A little bit longer.
Not in our world, it wasn't. It was 4 months ago.
Look, when we jump back out the DeLorean, we're back to 2021.
Yeah,
that was a
true.
fucking lifetime ago, son.
Well, right now we're in 1997.
How are we on the internet then?
I don't know.
Now, it is nice though to actually see a show where they've sort of gone, right, 5 matches, we'll cut it, we'll strip it down, and they've all got story. Or at least something going into it, so there's a reason. That's nice. That is actually a nice change, especially with WCW. Thing can be said with all their matches. So I'm actually quite excited for this one.
Fuck the WCW. So we get our standard classic introduction, the World Wrestling Federation. For over 50 years, the revolutionary force in sports entertainment. I don't have to write that down anymore. I'm quite happy with that. The video package is all about Taker and Mankind. That's the championship match tonight, the WWF championship match, that is.
Yeah.
The font on this fucking in your house graphic, like, what are they going for? All of it just reminds me of Michael Jackson and Thriller. It's dead strange, but at the same time, I'm all right with it. Okay, nothing to add on that. Cheers, lads.
I'll be honest, I totally blanked on the font. I'd need to see it again to make a comment.
Oh, okay.
I actually really like the intro package, though.
Yeah.
That was a good intro package.
It was quite a weird in and out sort of video package, and they do a video package later on in the card as well that's similar but different all at the same time.
Yeah, that was the one that got that. We'll talk about that when we get to it.
All right, mate. Thanks. Cheers.
I've jumped in a different DeLorean, jumped ahead a little bit.
Mm.
I've got DeLoreans inside DeLoreans, but it's like Inception now.
We get fireworks, we get crowd shots, and then we get Vince McMahon in the middle of the bromance that is Jerry the King Lawler and good old JR, ruining the commentary for the show once again.
It's just ruining everything. It just brings everything down. Like they want to go in like an attitude, like sort of like direction, and then he's just coming out with like big, like nice, complicated words at times. You're like, mate, what you doing? Like, you want it to be like action, raw, shock, surprise, and he's like, yeah, I agree with that one. Yeah. I'm like, get your fucking face.
I think you're right, Jim Ross.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. I didn't find it so bad, this show.
Maybe
with that dynamic, it was a bit better.
Yeah, it did shut up. It did shut up a bit, to be fair.
I think that's what it was.
Shut up as well, to be fair. That is a good show. I didn't catch a lot of mannerisms, as they're referred to as. It was mainly JR and King, with Vince just tagging along for the ride, wasn't he, really?
Vince popped in when maneuver.
Yeah, it just sounded like Vince was the guest.
That was it. Just highlight reel of McMahonnerisms, and I'm like, you know what, that's not too bad.
That's a show in
that's
itself.
Okay.
Just before we go into the main card, let's give a quick shout out to the card that wasn't televised. One of them was. There was a free-for-all match pre-show, so this was where I did it for The Rock. The Sultan at this time defeated your man Flash Funk Don in 2 minutes and 55 seconds.
It's not a free. It's not in a free-for-all match. His career's in a free-fall. That's the problem. Fucking joke, man. He was out there with Shaky Baby as well.
He was out there with Shaky Baby.
Shaky Baby over Mania weekend was fucking gold on.
He was great, wasn't he? He was great.
this motherfucker. His pilot's wearing motherfucker. Fuck off.
It's in the Rock's TV show.
Nah, not yet.
No, it's got Iron Sheik and young Iron Sheik and stuff in it. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh, well.
Young Andre the Giant and stuff. Yeah. It's quite a good reference, like, yeah. Rocky Johnson going to the wild. Is it the Samoans, the Wild Samoans?
Yeah.
Going to their place after the show, like to get paid by the nan, the grandma and stuff. Like, yeah, it's a good show, man.
I think I've seen one clip of it where, as a kid, he says like, "Oh, isn't wrestling fake?" And they all
around the dinner table,
stare. they all death stare and like,
and Rocky Johnson's like, "Oh, I don't know, Mark.
It's not my kid." Here's the paternity test.
Yeah.
Murray sorted this out for me.
Yeah. Maury Povich on it. Open his envelope as we speak. I can reveal. So the two other dark matches that took place were the Godwins versus Lafon and Furnace, who got the victory over Don's favourite wrestler, Phineas Godwin, in a total of 12 minutes and 30 seconds. And then Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Triple H on a dark match with Goldust for 20 minutes and 43 seconds.
That's mad, that is. That really surprises me, that does.
It's crazy.
Really surprises me. Why was it a dark match?
It's mental, isn't it? I mean,
yeah,
especially with that amount of time as well that they've been given.
These have had something going for them as well. Where was they? Did they do WrestleMania? They didn't do WrestleMania, did they?
No. Triple H and Goldust.
Yeah, they wrestled each other at Mania 30.
Yeah. And then they've done something before that, didn't they, for the belt?
Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And then they made a dark match at the show.
There was that middle of the road in your house where Triple H had to fight Rocky Marvel.
Yeah.
So these have been on it for four months, and they've gone from the Intercontinental Championship at the Royal Rumble to a dark match in your house 14.
Yeah.
What a curve these are on.
It's crazy, that is. I don't know how that's happened. Unless it's live though, isn't it? So
live, Bell.
I don't know the only thing I could think of really is they've recorded it and they don't like the match, but it's a live show, it's a live pay-per-view, so that don't even come into it. So
do you think this would have hurt the show though, had they put that as a sixth match? A 20-minute match between Triple H and Goldust?
I think if they give them 20 minutes on the event, it would have. I think if they
cut it down to 10 minutes,
10 to 12, get it done.
You could have done a decent 10-minute match easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Definitely.
You could have opened the show.
Welcome to the Fed. Let's talk about what opened the show though, because what a rush! And obviously Don got a boner at that version, but my version, and obviously the real version. That
double
happened.
Double
boner. Exactly. Howard Finkel is here as well. And then we get a video package as the Legion of Doom make their way to the ring where the Godwins are involved and they slop Yellow D because Bulldog and Owen are playing silly buckers.
I want to say this is just Owen ribbing people as he.
This match is a whole rib, I think.
Yeah.
So match one is for the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championships. We have the challengers, the Legion of Doom versus the Hart Foundation. And that's right, I can call them the Hart Foundation now. And you know why I can call them the Hart Foundation?
Because they're officially called the Hart Foundation in the Fed.
Well, that's fucking one point. But, the second point is they come out to Brett's music, right? So, this makes them the Hart Foundation. There wasn't no fucking Davey Boy or Owen's music. This was Brett's music, baby.
It wasn't the Hart Foundation when Owen kicked Brett's leg from out of his leg at WrestleMania 10.
We need to move on from that. We're not here to talk about we're not here to talk about sad times where Owen beats Brett at Mania and that. Look, there's no need for it. Check mate, what are you doing?
What, and put the match of the night on the opener?
Yeah. Anyway, so the champions, the British Bulldog and Owen Hart. Our referee is Jack Doan. Jack Doan straight away gets off to a great start, making the wrestlers do the okie dokie. Am I this corner? Am I that corner? Which corner am I? Who knows?
Nah. Near Kabuki and Omika stretch and rah. It was the okie dokie just making them. I think he did it just to fuck with them.
He definitely. It was a rib. Jack Doan was playing a rib on Owen.
He was there for the band. I think it was Vince looking at him going,
yeah.
What a maneuver. Owen then goes on to completely no-sell Animal. Hawk basically tells Owen to get fucked at one point in this match. Animal then hits an absolutely beautiful picture-perfect power slam. It is honestly so beautiful to watch this man deliver a power slam. It's amazing.
Yeah.
WWE then tried to take a page out of WCW's fucking playbook with Austin arriving backstage mid-match. We're on pay-per-view, boys, not Monday Night Raw. Let us just have the match, like, do you know what I mean? But he calls the cameraman a jackass, which was quite cool. I enjoyed that part.
I think this was done better than when WCW do it because it was very quick and it led to something. It wasn't like you couldn't have done this after the match.
Mm.
They're trying to make it seem that moment had to happen. So credit there.
Did he call, was it Doc Hendricks that he called the silly jackass? Because then Doc Hendricks try and get a word of him and he said something. He's like, "Oh, you silly jackass." He's like, "Oh, that was funny, man."
I was like, everyone was a jackass that night.
Proper shot in his face, and that was funny. I loved it. He asked me a question and he said, "Oh, I don't know, you stupid, you silly jackass," or something like that. Funny, man. I love it.
on fucking form tonight, Austin was, to be fair.
Yeah.
King calls Owen and Bulldog the greatest team ever. What do you reckon of that, Mart?
Well, the non-New Age Outlaws, are they, Paul? I suppose I'm all right.
I mean, we're going to talk about the New Age Outlaws on this card, mate, aren't we?
Spoiler alert, 5-star match. Yeah, let's go for it.
Oh, wow. I can't believe this motherfucker just dropped that on me. Put it this way, he's talking shit because there's no way we're rating any New Age Outlaw match 5 stars, I think. But anyway, we then get a split screen of the announcers and the match, and I was like, who's playing about with OBS now? Like what's Kevin Dunn doing?
I reckon as well, I think it was during this match that the cameras started going dead funny. So it was like cutting backs and forwards at some point, like too quickly. So it was like cutting backs and forwards to different angles and stuff. And I was thinking, what the fuck's going on? There's got to be a newbie on the job, or let's say somebody's just pressing buttons and they ain't got a fucking clue. They brought the kid to work day, and they're like, wait there, I need to go and grab a coffee. Like, don't touch
you watch this
anything.
one. Yeah. Fucking Kevin Dunn, man. What a geezer.
They've clearly never learnt the classic. If it doesn't work, turn it off and then turn it back on again.
That is a classic. That. And everybody should know that. And if they don't know that, then they're missing out in life, I think.
Yeah.
Put it this way. After that split screen for the announcers, the finish comes out of nowhere. And it's a different type of finish. And we apparently have new tag team champions, as the Legion of Doom have beat the Hart Foundation. However, spoiler alert, it's not the finish. It's not the real finish. They got us. A second ref comes out and basically goes, the illegal man was pinned. And Jack Doan's like, yeah, sound all right, and no problem. Let's go again. Fuck new champions. Let's reverse the decision and let's crack on.
Just think about this. Like, this is a referee. This is an official for a match.
Yeah.
Right. He's needed somebody to come out and say to him who's officiating this match, you fucked up, mate. You've counted happily a free count on somebody who's obviously not the legal man.
He just made him do the okey dokey, Mark. So what else do you expect?
Yeah, the fucking referees are back in the backstage. Could be Staff Gunter, yeah. Fucking. Oh, go on then. Go and tell him. Yeah, go and tell him.
Get out there and sort him out, will you? Okay, now.
Go on, fucking tell him. Fuck's sake, we can be all fucking nice. Look what I mean.
Everyone was having a tiff in this match.
Yeah.
Everyone was having shit going. Even JR and King on commentary were having a pop at each other, and there's fucking Vince in the middle trying to calm them down like a married counselor.
Loads of times, like King's going off on one, like proper ribbing into somebody, and King and Vince is like, okay now, like as if to say like just shut up then.
Yeah.
You were pushing it at WrestleMania. Don't fucking start now, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know at one point during this as well, like in this match, that King had said something to JR. JR made a comment back, and you just heard Vince pop. He just corpse on commentary. That was hilarious.
That's his real laugh.
That's a natural laugh.
His real laugh. So obviously this match restarts, and within a couple of minutes it's done again. But basically, Hawk and Animal are obviously going for the victory again. Jack Doan, he comes round to the shoulders, goes to count, and then stops he sort of like he stands up and goes, "You over there, cunt!" You know, stop what you're doing. And then all of a sudden, Bret Hart's in the ring breaking it up. He literally did it to buy Bret Hart time, and that is the only way that I can really cover this up.
Yeah.
The match goes 10 minutes, 11 seconds. It's a DQ finish in the end. And the Hart Foundation are able to walk away with the tag team championships. The LOD technically win, not once but twice, but still don't walk away with the tag team titles. Now, I'm not being funny, and this is probably more so in terms of my rating that I'm going to give you an explanation for. I suppose I'm giving it because of the star power involved. I think the match was pretty straightforward. There wasn't a lot wrong with it, apart from the obvious ones that we've mentioned. So based on, going from the Last in Your House, where we have the Godwins versus the Headbangers opening up, to the Legion of Doom, for fuck's sake, and the Hart Foundation, I've gone with 2 stars.
I went with 1.5.
Okay.
I actually enjoyed the match. It probably would have been higher in my books, but it was the stop-start of it that hurt. But it was actually a really good match, and I'm always going to be a fanboy for the Legion of Doom, so Road Warriors. So anytime I get to them fucking throw power slams and no sell clotheslines, I'm all about it. But yeah, 1.5 stars from me.
I had 3/4 stars until Owen pulled out the spinning wheel kick, which I love, and I added a 1/4 star of that.
So we've gone with
one star. Yeah.
1 star. Okay, lovely.
Purely because as well that power slam off the top rope looked fucking awful. It looked dreadful for me anyway.
Yeah, that
Look,
first
he blew
finish.
his load on that. He blew his load on that
finish,
standing power slam.
Yeah,
they weren't all going to be
amazing.
gold.
So good.
Yeah,
beautiful. But anyway, it's promo time. Owen is basically cutting Brett's gimmick, telling us that they're all the best that they are, the best of the world. And Doc Hendry just looks shook. He's like, "What are you cutting his promo for, dickhead?"
Yeah, get your own fucking stuff. Get your own fucking stuff. I'm the only one who can jump the cut.
Fucking hell. Get your pay-fums down, yeah. My name. So Austin is here and Bulldog is bizarre was my summary of the 2 promos so far. But then we go to what looks like Sonny and Brian Pillman about to just fucking... They should be on the hook with this intro into their segment because it looks like they're all over each other.
These have definitely had some fun during, before, after, all over it.
They're found somewhere quiet.
Like he's proper feeling her up, and she's like, "Oh, don't watch your hands." But she's like, "Oh, don't do it on the camera because like I need my job." Like, but carry on doing it after the camera. You know what I mean? It's
like Chris is in the toilet, he won't notice.
And then literally, Sonny, he's like, "Back to you."
But she was a right, she was a right dirt. She was a right dirt.
So did we all write in our notes that they fucked?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
My notes literally say Sonny and Pillman fucking live on air.
I got Sonny and Pillman.
That's what it says.
Flirt. Plug in the superstar line in brackets. They fucked.
Also,
I got on my notes. Reminder: search Tammy Linsich.
Yeah, don't.
Bear in mind, she's what? Oh, the porn. Oh,
yeah, don't.
Yeah, not great, right?
Nostalgia ain't saving those eyes, boys.
Oh, I think it does. I think it does. If you get a picture from 1996 side by side, go for it. Enjoy yourself.
You don't enjoy yourself, but when you like, nah, not for me. You know.
I want to see the 1996 edition. That's
what yeah,
Fucking
give me that version.
Can't believe she's not that bad. Your erection all over fucking Melina sucking on a fucking dagger. He's better
I
than.
haven't seen it. Have I,
Shooting from the hip.
Cosplay
Anyway,
Deviants covered that quite well. Anyway.
JR says, anyone got a cigarette? I don't blame him. I think I needed one after that. We get white rapper gimmicks for the Nation of Domination minus Farouk. I haven't even I don't even pay attention to what they say anymore. They're just I switch off. JC Ice and Wolfie D.
I think I'm just sick of the Nation at this point.
I'm sick of this version of the Nation.
Yeah. Because
I remember
it does get better.
Yeah, I remember the other members that when it started to become proper. This is just fucking terrible. It's just,
this is the jobber version.
Of course it is.
Yeah. This is like the pre-alpha version. They haven't quite made full release yet.
Yeah.
Have you heard the thing what's happening next year? That 3 of the 4 members of the Nation are doing a show together as the Nation.
Oh, what?
So D-Lo,
Farouk.
Farouk.
Yeah.
And Godfather.
Godfather. Okay.
We're going to do a show together next year. So I'm going to try and figure out where it is if I can go.
That'd be pretty decent.
I'd mark
Get your ticket to danielcornfield.com.
I'm booking that show. It's my book.
So anyway, Kevin Kelly is here. So this is the first time we are introduced to Kevin Kelly on pay-per-view, I believe. I don't remember seeing him in anything else this year. So this is the first time I'm going to say that we've seen him. Rocky Maivia, he's cutting a promo, and he's definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, not The Rock, though, is it? He's just not The Rock.
It was a slow transition, that Rock thing was. Obviously, over the next few months and years, I need to be... You like say he's getting good matches in, he's hitting like a lot of highs, but he's not what we know, is he? I think that takes a long time to come around. But this is like the cool Rock that people like probably don't know. They know him as like the electrifying, funny, really animated Rock. Whereas I think this is where he started off with his like slow, like the way smooth talking and all that sort of stuff. It was good to see that, to be fair. Like, that's the first time you really see.
I'm not gonna lie, it just struck me white meat baby face. It's like, I might win the match and I might defend the belt, but at least I tried my hardest. It was like, fuck off. Fuck off.
Hey Kevin, I'm gonna try.
I want to say this now. We'll get to like next April, and I want to see what the difference is in 1 year.
Oh, it's huge
for Rocky Maivia.
Oh, it's huge.
It is going to seem like two completely different.
We don't even need to get to next April. Put it that way. There you go. We don't even need
to
get there.
I'd like to see that as a comparison between the two.
Yeah,
but it's just not. I saw it. I was like, that's not Rocky Maivia. Well, that is, but it's not The Rock. And it's weird to think that person comes from that. It's really odd.
Absolutely. So we are into match 2, title match 2. And we are going for the Intercontinental Championship. It's Savio Vega of the Nation of Domination versus Rocky Maivia, the champion. The referee for this one's Mike Chioda. It's a hot start. The title's still on The Rock as the match begins. And then, damn, my arm broke, sucker. Starts heading to the ring. So Farouk has a broken arm as he heads to the ring. They have their own audio technical difficulties as Farouk tries to join the commentary team. Now, 100%. We sponsor them. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but JR defo gives Farouk his microphone now.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
JR draws the short straw.
Yeah. Definitely.
He's not on commentary the rest of the match, is he?
No, you don't need him, yeah.
There's a bloke in the middle that's like, well, lads, you can have my voice. So it's like, everyone needs to hear my voice.
I thought you turned into the Batman then.
It's a bit of both, damn it. Where's Rachel?
Where is she?
She's fucking mania.
No.
Yeah, Bruce.
It's okay, Harvey. It's okay. Cannonball!
Bane comes out with a fucking double stuck.
Living the dream.
Oh,
Anyway, Vincey sat there going, "Oi, Farouk, dickhead, my mate Ahmed's fucking challenged you, buddy. What you saying?" And then Farouk goes, "Well, let me tell you something. Ahmed Johnson tells me you want to put up or shut up or let's mix it up." And I'm like, "What? What did you say, Farouk? Put up or shut up or let's mix it up?" Okay. I think you could have.
I've seen that on a canvas. I have in B&M.
got like a
Famous
bacon apron.
Yeah. Or it was one of them stickers that you put on the wall.
That's fantastic.
Put up, shut up, mix it up. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Merch.
What? How much did you love Ahmed Johnson being slagged off by Farouk in this match? Because you must have been listening to this and screaming, going, "Fucking have him, Farouk!"
Yeah. I was a Farouk guy in this match.
Like this is how he got put over.
He won me over and then lost me at the end. Yeah.
you win some, you lose some.
This was your hope spot at the end of the day.
You fucking giving it all this and then fuck off. Fuck off.
What I did enjoy during this match was seeing the Rock Bottom for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so weird.
Yeah.
There was literally one member of the crowd popping.
Yeah.
Guy in the front row just literally went, "Whoa."
Yeah.
and then I was like, yeah, literally, "Whoa." And I was like, "Oh shit, Rock Bottom."
It was good as well. It's had a good snap to it, man.
Yeah. Savio Vega took it well.
Yeah.
It's a shame that it's weird again. It's weird to see him do a move like that and that not being a near fall or the finish. It was just like he threw a suplex. You just hear Rock Bottom.
Yeah.
Really odd. We can see a wrestler do that before they make it the finisher.
It's weird seeing, like, obviously him coming out as well and like the reaction, because I'm looking at these like Stone Cold reactions, Triple H's reactions. Triple H wouldn't get a reaction for quite a while, I think, after Austin and Rock could get it before them, before Triple H, but like the Rock come out, it's like you could faintly hear some sort of his music, like you can see where his music come from, with the guitar and stuff. Like later on, this is sort of like a mellowed version of it, and I've never heard this version before, maybe because the fans or Vince was fucking talking over it. But I actually got to listen to it, and it sounds like a really like first edition Rocky theme tune. Do you know what I mean?
Well, in fairness, I mean, this is after all the new sensation of 1997 we're talking about here.
That is correct. The new sensation of 1997 is currently the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
And he's living it up in the city. He's got his chucks on. He's singing his song, and Kiss Myself So Pretty. Yeah, too hot.
He's waiting for his rub on after New Sensation 96.
Well, funny you should mention that, because it's about to come right after this finish. As the finish is, it's a dodgy TV finish again. The Rock gets shoved out to the outside onto Crush. Crush picks him up behind the referee's back and gives him the old heart punch. Ends up being a count-out victory, because obviously this is one of the most deadliest moves in the world. And then,
It's confused the fuck out of me. Absolutely confused the actual fuck out of me.
What confused you? The fact that Savio and Crush start arguing, or the finish? Everything? What?
No, this confused me. It's an Intercontinental title match. Am I right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So Savio Vega's in the middle of the ring, watching the referee count out this person.
Yeah.
So Savio Vega had more. He wasn't selling anything. He was up, standing in the middle of the ring, going, what's going on? What's going on? And he was waiting for the referee to do a 10 count and then fucking disqualify and then count him out. So why the fucking hell did he let him count him out? Like, do you know what I mean?
Quang
you've just lost your match. You've just lost the shot.
Doesn't make no sense. And then don't be surprised when the referee says, "Oh no, he's won. You've won. You've won by count out." He's like, "But where's the belt?" And he's doing this for the belt.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. Sell something. so you don't know the referee's doing a count at 10 counts. Do something so you're not aware of the fucking situation. It winds me the fuck up. He's just stood there and like lost an opportunity for the fucking second belt in WWF, and he's just fucked it up.
Yeah.
Fucking daft prick. Just does medding.
Brilliant. Fantastic.
It's been Martin
And-
Holland's TED Talk on Savio Vega being a cunt.
Just
And
don't make
it's about-
sense. And I was sitting there thinking, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And
You
it's
just, made
about
yourself,
to
you just
get-
made yourself look fucking stupid.
and it's about to get a hell of a lot worse.
You fucking did as well.
Because
Yeah.
if you think Martin's going to rant there, you just wait. Because after the count-out finish, we get Savio and Crush arguing. Farouk's then like, I need a pull reg. And he gets in the ring. He gives his orders to get The Rock back in the ring. And they kick the fuck out of him. And then all of a sudden, from out of nowhere,
Oh.
the reddest of tracksuits with the 2x4.
Hero!
The 2x4. It is the man, the myth, the legend, the
man
new
that
sensation of 1996. The man that wears 99 red knee pads. It is Ahmed Johnson.
I was like, the crowd was still popping for the former Kuwaiti champion.
They were.
I was still going for it.
Maybe it's just us. Maybe Ahmed was over, because what do we get from the 11,000 people? I'll tell you what we get, Mark. We get, you're going down. You're going down. You're going down. Over as fuck.
Oh.
Please take your rant. Please take your stage, sir.
I don't care enough.
I tell you what, let me pose it like this. In this moment, Mark, did you see this 96 new sensation pass the torch? Or do you think he was trying to hold him down?
Mm.
When I put it like that,
Yeah.
what would you think?
I think that Ahmed Johnson is a fucking idiot, to be fair. I don't like the way he looks. I don't like the way he talks. I don't like the way he presents himself. I don't like his moveset. I don't like his... Okay, I like his entrance music. I don't like his finisher.
Mm.
Yeah, I like his entrance. I like
Okay, I was shocked by that. I never knew that you.
I like his entrance music.
That.
I just don't
99
like
other 99 things like his knee pads is not what you're
it's
into.
99 knee pads, yeah.
And they all want to go pop. Like his
Yeah.
fitness.
He's definitely
But-
wearing them under this tracksuit as well.
Oh.
He definitely is.
He was padding to all fuck.
You know how? Because his skin has got him imprinted on him now. Like he's got dents in his skin where his knee pads go.
Feels empty without them.
He's not got black legs, he's got red legs.
Red legs for days.
Red legs for days.
Red leg redemption number 2.
Nice.
See Ahmed Johnson shooting people.
Nice.
Red leg redemption.
That's a
good.
t-shirt right there.
Merch.
Merch alert. We got a merch alert.
The man that
Anyway,
lifts the knee pad.
so Mark, you've literally said, right, you don't like the way he speaks. This is the fucking clearest promo I've ever heard from Ahmed Johnson.
It is. I was
life.
surprised.
I don't know if they've laid him off the booze. You're not allowed to second in drugs before you do this segment. I don't know what they've done. No cheeseburgers
actually
unless
understand
you
what he was
cut a
saying.
clear
Yeah.
promo. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No chicken mayos for you, pal, unless you get this right.
Yeah.
And here's what he said. So bear in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I am quoting Ahmed Johnson here. I do not mean to offend anybody, but this is 1997 WWF. So Ahmed Johnson refers to Savio Vega as an illegal immigrant.
Yeah.
He calls Crush a convict, obviously, after his stint in prison. And then he says he's going to whip Farouk's black ass. And he's going to beat them all in the same night and accepts the challenge. Wow. Digest that, boys.
He's trying to come in as the big hero in this, and I get that. I don't know if he's trying to sort of mold, like sort of blur the lines a bit.
Yeah.
Like rather than just being a straight baby face, he's like, I've got anger now, so I'm gonna go in a bit more fire.
Yeah, instead of saying, "Oh, I'm gonna get you when I see you."
What you gonna do, brother?
Yeah.
Instead, he went more like Booker T's famous promo we covered last month.
Sucker.
And it wasn't edited out by the.
Yeah, he's definitely gone to
network.
Vince and he's like, Vince, look, come look at this. Look, this is. They're just. Can I? Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Can I do that without saying that word? Is that
Yeah,
cool? You can say it a few
Definitely.
years from now. Be fine. No one...
Definitely set out that conversation.
That's so true. So,
Oh.
in the end, I have rated this one 1 star.
I'll go then. So it was 1 star for me. Come out. That's still part of the match. I know it's not bell to bell. That is still part of the angle. It's still part of the match. So he brought it down 1/4 of a star. So it's 0.75.
Oh, fuck off.
Take it down. Take it fucking half down, then fucking 0.5. Fat daft
Are
prick.
you going half a star?
Yeah.
All right, sound. That's fine. I don't care.
And don't get me started on the finish again. But you know how I feel about that.
Terrible finish.
Terrible.
I went 1 star as well.
Okay.
Didn't think
What
it was
a
bad match.
shame for that belt. What a shame for that beautiful, beautiful belt.
I agree. The belts
Yeah.
were looking absolutely gorgeous on this show. And the one belt that we didn't talk about is the European Championship that the Bulldog carried to the ring with him.
Mhm.
Now, I'll be honest with you, he had this belt at WrestleMania, apparently. I don't remember seeing it.
I don't remember.
I really don't. So to see him walk out with it here, and Owens obviously got the Slammy Awards, he just looked like the complete
They
set.
were
Like, do you know what I mean?
They
You've
were
got-
gripping in belts.
You've got
and
the
gimmicks.
right, you've got the series 3 action figures here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You ain't got the series 1 without anything. You've got
The
fucking-
Titan Co ones where
Yeah.
they're like that.
There you go. Yeah. You've got top notch fucking gimmicks. Okay, let's move on before fucking Martin kicks off about Ahmed Johnson again.
There we go.
No, okay. So Ken Shamrock is on the the
My
AOL.
mate.
The AOL.
Oh, mate.
Mate Ken. Mate
Oh,
Ken.
okay.
Fucking hell. Honestly, we should kick off at us more, to be honest. He's entertaining.
Yeah.
But he's apparently there to challenge Mike Tyson. Where did that come from?
Internet forums.
Just making it up,
Yeah.
like.
Someone's
making it
been
up.
trolling as him, saying, "Hey, Mike, I think you're a bit of a tit."
Yeah.
So
It was him next to him. It was him next to him saying,
yeah.
Ken, watch this."
Lol. So we're then passed on to Sable and Marky Mark Merrow. Yeah, they cut some fucking
horror.
shit. Anyway, Austin walks into the toilets behind and makes a point of it, and then he gets obviously fucking battered by Bulldog and Owen in the in the toilet. Dave comes out the toilet looking all flustered. What's happened, Dave? The battered Austin. I need to get out.
I was
All
having
right
a
then, all
poo
right
and
then,
they
Dave.
come in and ruined it.
Yeah, the geezer ain't even wiped his arse. Stop
Yeah.
you stopping him to ask questions, like. But it's all right, lads, because. Go on, sorry, Don. Before we
I'm going
move
to
on,
say two men walked in, 4 men walked out.
Literally.
2 of them with the dingleberries on the back of his arse.
but we went from that segment into this segment. Spend my day working hard on the go, but the hands on the clock keep spinning too slow. 'Cause I can't wait to be alone with my baby tonight.
Love it.
You
I'm not
know
yet.
my baby's got me wrapped up around a little old finger. 'Cause
I'm
she
not telling
knows,
this. I'm not selling this.
'cause she knows that I'd walk through hell and back just to be with her. I can't wait to be alone with my baby tonight. What fucking
Do you think
tune.
he can? Do you think he can say hell? Can you say hell?
Say
In that
IT
part of the
double
country.
hockey sticks.
Can you say
It's
hell?
not as
I don't know.
Yeah, you can. It's a country song. You're
Yeah.
allowed to talk about anything.
I
in a
thought
song.
country songs was like for like really good Christians and stuff.
Really good Christians and heartbroken men.
Oh, okay. Depends what sort of like mood you're in on that day. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, the thing is, right? You
Don't,
know,
don't hear a lot of Satanist,
No.
that sort of It's one thing you don't
I
get.
feel like Louis Theroux needs to go and have a word with him, like find out what's going on.
Oh, he needs to spend a weird weekend with them. Is that what you're saying, Mark?
Defo.
Okay, lovely. I like it. So anyway, Jesse James, he's on the way to the ring.
The crowd are into it, man.
He gives a great rendition of that song.
Jeff
Right?
Jarrett song.
That double J
I'm sorry,
song.
I don't care. Jeff
But it's-
Jarrett sang that. That's it. I don't care what anyone says.
But he didn't, you dickhead. That's the
I
whole
don't
point.
care. I don't care.
He mimed it while Road Dogg did it.
Yeah, and he actually did a better version of it than Road Dogg miming it in this one.
That's class.
Probably
That
agree.
makes no
He has to
sense.
carry fucking Mongo in WCW. Give the
Mongo.
man some fucking credit.
That makes no sense.
So anyway, the Honky Tonk Man comes out. His music's playing, and he gives us a little bit of karaoke too. Hey everybody, nice to see you on the Honky Tonk Man. And then
Where
he's
was
like,
they in this? Where was they in the world? Yeah.
Rochester, New York.
I thought they'd been in like a fucking deep south, fucking like.
With this gimmick
Might
on.
as well be.
And I'm like, oh, they took this in to like entertain the fucking rednecks and all the people who love like the blues and stuff.
Literally.
Rochester, New
wrestling.
York. What the
So-
fuck, man?
So Jesse James' opponent, he's introduced by the Honky Tonk Man as he's now the manager of this man, formerly known as Billy Gunn, Rockabilly. That's right. So we've got Jesse James, that will be known as the Road Dogg, versus Rockabilly, who will be known as Mr. Ass, Billy Gunn. Tim White's your referee. Tim White's like the Road Dogg while Honky Tonk Man's on the mic, ribbing him, literally going, he's fucking shitty, isn't he? I don't know. Rockabilly looks like an absolute fucking cock muncher, literally knob jockey. All of the words to describe him in a fucking horrible way.
Don't you feel sorry for him though?
He's just having a bad dance, and I do feel sorry for him because they've packaged him in this way. He hasn't had any choice over this. They've gone,
Nah.
this is who you've been.
Yeah.
And he's gone, all
Of course,
right.
yes. Definitely. And he's like literally, I think he's just ribbing himself. To be fair, when he's doing all that shit in the ring, he's popping himself. He's popping himself, and he's entertaining himself, and he's just freaking.
It's one way to get through your night, isn't it?
Mate.
What
Been there.
apart from doing this?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing again. Tom.
Literally. Yeah, that was good. That was done. You
Yeah.
do more of that.
Fucking dancing monkey over now.
Billy Gunn, obviously, during this match, does hit the famouser in there, which did look good, but he didn't go for a pin. So this is again, you're just seeing the evolution and now, aren't you? Starting to creep in with some of these workers. Rock bottom, the famouser, all on the same card, but not used as finishes.
Yeah.
Weird.
Also,
JR.
Commentary had a bit of a good one in this one as well.
Well, JR does try to interview the Honky Tonk Man outside the ring again.
Yeah.
And the Honky Tonk Man cuts a promo where he says, persistence breaks down resistance. But why don't you give us your quote that you've got there, Don?
Okay, so Honky explains why he got Billy Gunn in the end. And he said, and King turned around and said he must have hound dogged him. And then JR said
Did
he
Vince
must have
pop to that?
no, but he definitely popped to this next line because JR then said he must have admired his spunk.
And he did laugh at that, didn't
He
he?
did, yeah, that
He
was
did
the one
laugh
that
at
popped him. I'm
Um,
keeping the pop meter for McMahon going.
I think
Love
the thing is, we just need to appreciate that this is the start of a beautiful on-screen friendship here and relationship, and it's all thanks to the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, the Honky Tonk Man.
I was going to say, where's Santino Morella?
Well, you know, he's not my greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, but that was his gimmick, so
Yeah.
I have to put him over.
And to be fair, you know why I think like the New Age Outlaws is one of the best tag teams ever? Is because, like, if you
Sorry, I was avoiding the tumbleweed. I do apologise.
Is it because they can fill a top 10 with only 6 matches?
yeah, and as well, I'm trying to put a case here, right?
Okay.
So if you've got like the Legion of Doom,
Oh, what a rush!
you've got Demolition,
Accent smash.
Axe and Smash. So they don't like the headbangers. Phineas Godwin, God wins.
Just
So,
Phineas.
Just Phineas.
You know
leave it
what?
there.
Whatever argument you're about to make, I've lost
Just.
any interest in that.
Just.
Just in that
Steve
moment.
Borden's a cunt.
You
Like them.
motherfucker, you.
Them tag teams,
You
like,
wait
they
till your
can't.
fucking Brett comes on.
They don't have wrestling matches together, do they? Do you know what I mean? They don't have good matches together. They've never wrestled each other, really. Do you know where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
These have had, even before, during, and after, they've always met each other in the ring as opponents.
So
What other tag team can say that?
Bulldog and Emmy. European Championship tournament final in Germany.
One match.
No, loads of matches you get. But that's
Oh,
just the one that
not on
stands out.
tour when the fucking
Not
on
on
the same
tour.
match every
Not in
fucking
Germany.
night.
Not in Germany. Like, yeah. Sound all right. I like that. That's good. I'm only picking Bulldog and Owen because they're on this card too, by the way. But I could go on. Matt and Jeff Harder.
Yeah, on the trampoline back home in North Kakalaki don't count.
But the fucking
They got on superstars, mate.
the match at WrestleMania 25 should definitely count.
Yeah. What right man you have just finished watching all this?
Let's see.
bit too far ahead, dude.
Oh, I've jumped ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
I just think them great.
So you like the idea that sort of, if you want to call it fate through kayfabe or whatever, they were destined to team up
on screen, you know, as a work. Yeah, as a work, they come together and then they realise, hang on, we're good.
Next month they might be together because I'm sure this rockabilly gimmick was short lived, and he's going to have turned on the Honky Tonk Man in nobody's fucking business here. That at some point in the near future we're going to see the New Age Outlaws together.
Yeah,
I think it's late 97, I think. Maybe.
Oh,
I genuinely think it's earlier than that. I think it's like mid. I'm pretty.
Yeah. So, yeah. Fuck it. New Age Outlaws. I get your point, Mark. I get your point. Edge and Christian. Hardy Boys, Dudley Boys. You know.
Oh, come on! The Dudley Boys don't really wrestle each other. That's you just
when
back in the day.
When Davon was a priest, mate.
Also, before they formed as a team, Devon was.
They haven't had this story. They haven't had it before, during, and after.
Yeah, they have. I'd argue that.
Okay.
The Dudleys, or
Dudleys.
The Hardys haven't.
Hardys
Edge and Christian.
Actually, the Hardys have as well, but they've sort of gone backwards and forwards. It's really hard for them.
You could say that Edge and Christian may have, but not on a big scale, like in USWA.
Florida,
like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. The equivalent, like, you know what I mean? In Memphis, back in the day. As Sexton Hardcastle from Christian Cage, living it up in the city. So the finish, I'll take your point then. So the New Age Outlaws, according to Martin, are the greatest tag team in the world because they've not only been a tag team and won the tag team championships, they've had a singles run against each other before, during, and after. I guess is that where we're going?
They've always met each other before, during, and after. It's a good story.
And obviously, our thoughts do go out to Road Dogg, who recently had some trouble and is in hospital. I don't know the ins and outs. I'm leading him blind here. Oh, that's good. That's good. Something. I'm very happy to hear that.
Yeah, very happy.
Good old Road Dogg.
Drinking the positive this time.
Drinking in. So, the finish comes out of absolutely nowhere. It's a really, really standard match that only goes for 6 minutes and 46 seconds. And the only way that you're going to know who the winner was is by spend my day working hard on the go, but the hands on the car, he telling me it's slow. I can't wait to be alone with my baby tonight. Road Dogg won. I'll give it 1 star, lads. I've been quite generous on this card, I think.
I'll give it 1 star.
I'll give half a star.
Yeah, I'm surprised Martin didn't give it fucking 5, to be fair.
Well, I don't want to have a fucking
shocked. I thought you was going to give it a bit more than 1, mate.
Yeah, I want an easy life, though. I don't want to fucking...
Kick off, like,
yeah. You don't want to keep rocking the boat.
Yeah. Don't want to upset Rain Man over here. Fucking hell. I can't even get the year of WrestleMania 1 right. I'm retiring.
Well, don't fucking leave me to be Rayman. I'll fuck that right up 2 seconds.
Yeah,
fast.
we know. Fucking hell. Sting debuted when?
85.
Yeah, whatever. So Doc Hendricks tries to sell even the Undertaker doorpost that, and then I can't believe what I'm gonna fucking write here. But it's Lance fucking right. Lance fucking right in the WWF. So we have covered an ECW pay-per-view once only. It's never been released publicly. It is in the archives, never to be released, never to see the light of day because of how bad it is. But this is why it's an Easter egg episode, basically, isn't it, Mark?
Yeah,
that's what we're treating it as right now.
Yeah, it will be released.
Oh, that's a shame. So Lance fucking right. We were introduced mid 1997 to as in a helicopter on this ECW pay-per-view looking for the Sandman, and he was awful, wasn't he? He was fucking rotten. And here he is in a tuxedo trying to interview fucking Bret Hart, and
He was a bit of a mainstay, to be fair. He was, wasn't he? I remember him quite a few times.
That's right.
Wasn't he?
I don't
bring back
think
Todd
so.
Pettengill, I say. Bring back Todd Pettengill. What's a
Bring back
terrible
Todd Pettengill
decision.
nowadays. I want Todd every day.
Yeah.
2 times on Saturday, 3 times on a Sunday.
So Kevin Kelly and Gorilla Monsoon are with Austin, who cuts an absolute solid promo. Monsoon says he's changed the order of the matches. So he buys Austin some time to recover after his backstage beatdown to face Bret Hart in the main event. And we're going to see the WWF title match up next. But Lance fucking right, because that's what I'm referring to him as. He interviews the Hart Foundation, and Bulldog and Owen cut some fucking Midwestern promo of some sort, and then Bret just gets up and says one line before storming off. I was like, well, he's a bit of a salty cunt tonight, isn't he? We get the video. Yeah.
It's because of him. Because if you look, he's looking him up and down like fucking. That's right.
He's going, what's here?
What the fuck am I doing here?
He's countrying in an helicopter. What the fuck's he doing here now? Should have blown off.
Bret's like, get back to ACW, jobber.
Not even ECW wanted him.
That's true. So we get the video package for the main event. I think it was a really unique style for the time at 1997, but the voiceover was done by Todd Pettengill. So it didn't really help. Yeah, bring back the voiceover guy, I say.
5 stars. Todd Pettengill makes a
5 stars, class. Mankind and Paul Bearer with Doc Hendricks. The music's playing in the background already. I was like, oh, they just put that in for that, but no, it was blasting out in the arena. I think it was a solid promo delivered by the pair of them, to be fair. Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Then they tried to do a flicker the lights gimmick for the Undertaker's entrance. I really did not like that. I just wanted to hear the bell toll. It goes dark.
Yeah.
The lighters come on. The Undertaker's music hits.
Did they try and do like a lightning effect?
They've done a lightning effect in Survivor Series in 1996. They've done it at Royal Rumble 94 for the casket. That they can do a lightning effect.
Yeah.
This shit was fucking awful.
Yeah.
Didn't like it.
Do you think they were going to do something like that? Realise they were in New York when, you know what, we're going to cause a riot if we do. People are going to think it's real. So we'll just knock it on the head.
What do you mean, like?
The thing is, this is New York where there's a lot of like robberies and stuff like that. They hear a loud bang, people are going to run.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, I get you.
Especially 97, that place was a war zone from what I've heard.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, really that bad. It's like South Central LA in the early 90s.
Yeah, did you not watch Blade for
Great film, love it.
All of the Blade, all of it. So obviously an amazing entrance as always, but I think I appreciate it even more now that he's retired. Now that we can go back and like watch the glory days, so to speak. We're obviously going to see a hell of a lot more over these next few years, but Yeah, it gives me goosebumps talking about it, to be honest. The Undertaker's entrance is amazing. You boys ever experienced it live?
No.
Oh no, you're joking. All right, sorry lads, I feel like a dick now.
Showing off about
I
it.
would, yeah. I would feel like a dick. I would as well.
Do you know who we faced? Do you know who he faced as well, Mark? It was only at the NEC in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Who he faced?
Armin Johnson.
No. Like, to be fair, I seen him against Bret Hart. First time I ever seen the Undertaker was against Bret the Hitman Hart at one night only, which obviously we're going to cover later this year in September.
How old was you?
8.
How much we left your pants?
I know, yeah.
When Shawn Michaels made the entrance.
No, I'm on about Taker's entrance live for an 8-year-old RC Chaos.
I just hugged my dad in it, like, you know what I mean? Standard.
Okay, fair.
But I have seen him as an adult as well, and that's what I was referring to, really, because obviously you have more appreciation for it, I guess.
Older than Undertaker then if you want an adult?
No. So I was an adult.
You was an adult.
I was an adult later on in life and seen him. I say an adult, I was probably a teenager, to be fair. Roughly. I don't know. Anyway, he was facing Edge in Birmingham for the World Heavyweight title. So one of them was the champion. I think it was the Undertaker's that he went over, actually. So yeah, that was pretty fucking cool, to be fair.
That's awesome.
Nice. Is this the you think you know me?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Okay. This isn't like Broody Edge.
This isn't like Mambo number 5. Rob
was later there.
No, this is full on rated R superstar. Nah, because he was on SmackDown at this point. He only had later on Raw, didn't he?
Yeah.
Was this a Vicky Guerrero before?
It
or
would
after
have been
Vicky?
the Vicky Guerrero, but I don't think she was there, to be fair. Live shows. She only turned up for the TV. Anyway,
you know,
we are. Go on, yeah.
Like go back to like Undertaker Mankind. Was it the Raw before this pay-per-view where Mankind did that promo in the ring? He cut a promo in the ring. I don't know if it was just after he burnt him. I don't know if it was a week after or the go home edition on the Raw before this pay-per-view.
The week after.
Was it straight away the week after?
Yeah.
Do you know which promo I'm on about?
Yeah, I know the promo you're on about.
Like, literally, because I was watching this, I was thinking, I want to see this story. I want to look through the Raws and see, what happened in the, the conflicts and stuff. And then, like, Mankind cut this promo, which I could not even, take my eyes off.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember it, or have you seen it, Rob?
No,
you've probably seen it. Yeah. He cut a promo about, his kids, and he made it really real. And he was saying, how his kids look at him and say, I want you to protect me. And he's pulling his hair out and he's saying, I can't protect you. It's nothing worse than your 3-year-old daughter saying that to you and you can't do anything about it. I can't remember the exact, sort of promo he cut, but it was whoa.
It shows a different side to an animal.
Yeah.
They've been booking him like a monster.
And he was kneeling on the floor and he was just pulling his hair out and stuff and what he used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm already
this promo was something. It was something. I'm gonna have a look. I'm sure we'll watch it after this. We'll get the network up and we'll watch it together. But
yeah.
I'll try and put it in so people can watch it or whatever. But literally, he had goosebumps on me. Brilliant.
Wow. Oh, just talked about
the thing is as well. He had his music playing in the background. The Mankind music.
Yeah.
Which one? It was the
classical music.
The classical music. While he's cutting his promo. Oh, brilliant.
He's just
fucking brilliant.
Speaking of Mankind promos, I watched one a couple of days ago. So someone on Cameo had paid for Mick Foley to do the Dusty Rhodes Hard Time promo.
I've seen it. Yeah.
As Mankind.
Yeah, as Mankind.
I've seen it.
It's awesome. Yeah. The thing is, all the cadences there of Mankind, but he's doing Dusty Rhodes.
Brilliant.
I'll just record that and then dub over the person's name with my name.
Nice.
It's been hard times for Martin Holland.
He'll use the voiceover gimmick.
I'll start selling it to people who want the pro with Cameo and I'll just edit their name in. 20 quid a pop.
Happy birthday. Your name here.
Nice.
You are age.
It is your birthday, full stop. So Yeah, we're into match 4. It's for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. It is Mankind the challenger with Paul Bearer. He's taking on the champion, The Undertaker. The referee is Mike Yoder. It's an aggressive start to this one, and it's just a lot of brawling to begin with, which is nice to see. There's some awkwardly dangerous spots on the outside with the barricade and so on and so forth, but you just have to appreciate the abuse that Mankind is willing to put his body through to give us a show, basically.
Yeah.
There was one where he pushed him back, wasn't there? Like, like sort of like chucked him back. But like Mick Foley just fucking threw himself head first.
Literally.
Didn't even just like back first. He like literally.
Yeah, it was like he knew the crash was going to happen, so he just threw himself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck, and even I'm like, even I was like, fuck it, like, you know what I mean, and like, you know how fucking extreme it can be, and I was like, fuck it now, that was fucking terrible, fucking terrible.
It's something beautiful about these two men together.
Yeah,
how
they had a good chemistry, man.
How fucking really violent they will both go, and everyone always talks about what Mankind Foley will take. Taker took just as bad.
Yeah.
Just in a different way.
And don't forget as well, this feud had been going on for a long 96.
Pretty much since Mankind's debut. He attacked him on his debut night. And
then we're in what, April 97. You got June 98, the fucking Hell in the Cell. This goes on for fucking ages. Always come back to each other.
Literally.
Brilliant. I love it.
One of the best rivalries in the history of professional wrestling, without a doubt.
Definitely.
The old school was a bit weird for me in this match. He obviously rang his wrist up and got up on the rope, did his little walk away, and then he sort of just let go of his hand, like,
he was pushing away a little bit. Like,
sorry, didn't mean to let go of your hand. And then obviously he flew off the top rope and delivered a clothesline, which was obviously pretty cool to watch, to be fair. I popped at it. I was like, oh, that's different. I like that. Yeah. But how fucked were the ropes? The ropes were like...
Oh, yeah.
The ropes were like baggerage. They were fucked.
It looked like you could do like a fucking jump rope on them, like swing them round.
This is WWF ring. What has happened? Yeah. And you can hear the tension going underneath as well.
Yeah.
Oh, the bagger down. So the urn was used on the Undertaker for the cutoff, near fall there for Mankind, and then the commentators talk about Vader. So Vader is in Kuwait waiting for the judge to decide on his case, is what we're told. He spent 2 weeks in Kuwait waiting for this decision because there was a religious holiday taking place. Do we know what incident this is in relation to?
Yes.
Is this why he battered that reporter?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. He didn't really batter him. He threw a table up and grabbed him by the tie and basically went, "Does this feel fake, motherfucker?"
He'd been watching He'd been watching Dr. David Schultz and went, that motherfucker.
I'll show this prick. My astute colleague on about Taker. Taker's pissed in this interview, but he's like chilled at the same time. Like, he's like trying to remain, professional.
In character and stuff.
Yeah. But Vader comes on and he's like,
no fucks.
I want to answer that question too, you prick. Sure thing. You can answer that question. I think you're a dickhead, basically. It's hilarious. Check it out if you haven't watched it. It's very easy to find on YouTube.
Leon, what a man. What a guy Leon is.
You've just insulted the man's living. He's taking exception to that.
Of course he is.
So I'd to say he's living since it's not really living anymore.
Oh yeah. Cheers, Dan. Thanks for reminding us.
Yeah, we all die eventually.
Well,
so I've been watching Kindergarten Cop, and that one kid who talks about death all the time stuck in my head.
I love Kindergarten Cop.
that motivational fucking career you're going down there. Fucking
that ain't happening.
That ain't working out too.
And you wonder why you haven't been asked to go on the radio.
You wonder why Mark Mayer, I don't want you on his fucking stage.
Well, when I'm like turning around first thing, because Gamry's cunt.
Yeah, exactly. There you have it.
Please stand by.
So I didn't. What I didn't understand is how there was no disqualification. Because there was a glass, no disqualification. So what happened? There was a glass smashed off someone's head. There was chair shots. What happened? Why wasn't there a DQ?
It wasn't the finish.
Yeah, cool story.
This match and the next match have the same problem.
I agree.
They've just done stuff off the flyer, and the rest thought, okay.
I like stupid.
Yeah, I don't know what to do here.
Do you think Mick backstage went, I've got this idea involving a table?
Yeah.
But we might need to bend the rules a lot to let it happen. Do you
and
mind just let it go?
I think this sets up 98-99 because in 98-99, Vince just went, do you know what? I'm going to make every fucking main event a no DQ match to avoid this bullshit. Because they've obviously planned an outside the ring spot that could potentially get them DQ'd. So do you know what? I'm just going to go, this match is no disqualifications.
It was either a first blood or a fucking no DQ or something along that line.
There was some stipulation. Yeah.
I said it last month with Mania, with the Austin Hart match, the submission match. That was a precursor to what's going to happen a year from now with the main events. And you're already seeing it a month removed and you're starting to see it.
Exactly. We're definitely heading towards that
table bump though. That's quite legendary that is as well, isn't it? It's quite legendary. Like you see that in like I'm sure that was in like a Don't Try This at Home.
That's like a high. It is. It's in a lot of them.
Yeah.
So, I wasn't sure what he was doing. I wasn't sure if he was going for a flip bump.
A flip bump. I think he was. Yeah. I think he was.
Go on, Don.
It's hard to say though, because if like how the tables are made, it's like compressed dust. So they're meant to. They can have something go on, but if you put force to it, it breaks. That table seemed gimmick to me because if you dive head first, I'd snap the other two sides. Mankind ain't a small guy.
It just made a hole in the middle there.
Yeah. It was one of the most interesting table bumps I've ever seen in my life. Because
he literally
made it for me.
Yeah. He literally DDT'd himself to the outside then.
He looked like a dodo. He looked like a fucking emu. His legs kicking out.
DDT'd himself off the apron to the outside through a table. Fucking what a guy.
And that wasn't the finish.
And that wasn't the finish. So before this table bump, what we get a ref bump. The poor bastard has to roll out the ring on the wet side of the floor. And then literally mandible claw takes place. Jack Doan, then he comes out and takes the mandible claw plus a nasty bump on the apron. So two ref bumps, two poor bastards. Mick absolutely struggles with the steps into the ring, which is hilarious. But then what's even more funny is Taker delivers the best dropkick of 1997 so far on those steps. And if you do not detect sarcasm, then fucking watch more of us.
I've seen a few of them drop kicks around.
Yeah, but you've seen them drop kicks without the benefit of metal stairs in the way to cover them.
Yeah,
absolutely. That terrible drop kick. Rocky Maivia then takes some lessons because there is some chair shots, and they are some serious chair shots.
Yeah.
The Rock sat backstage watching this. Go, you know what? If I ever get the opportunity to crack that motherfucker over the head with a chair, I'm going to do what the Undertaker's just done.
I'll just do it 14 more times than he does.
Exactly. There you go.
I'll make sure the fucker doesn't put his hands up.
Then the motherfuckers pop me because they show two replays of the best drop kick of 1997 so far in slow motion. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Foley's mask is off. By God, it's Dude Love. Obviously, the table bump we spoke about, there was a genuine hole in the middle of that table, which is fantastic. We finally get the tombstone. We get the free count. And at least that was something right in this match, yeah?
Yeah. The thing is, like, we took that table bump, took a choke slam, and still kicked out. That's like, what the fuck? That popped me. I thought that's the end of it, and he went...
Putting him over, man.
That was...
Mrs. Foley's baby boy over.
Yeah, in New York, he needs stomp. He is essentially home ground.
Yeah.
It's very true.
But nah, was so far the best match of the night.
Give some admiration for like the paint job on his face as well.
Oh,
The Undertaker.
Have we not spoke about this?
Yeah, it was fucking terrible. Oh yeah, the Undertaker got burned pre this match, so he was wearing some fucking
this
bandage
is where
gimmick.
Hulk Hogan was like, "Ooh, if he can do that, I can do that." What happened to before? Did he do it to the Warrior back in 90? Well, he didn't.
No, it was in 98. Yokozuna. It was the flash. It was the camera.
King of the Ring.
King of the Ring 93.
Okay, that's why. So it wasn't actually the fire.
No, it wasn't the fire paper thing. Yeah,
but obviously Hulk Hogan's looked at this and thought, "Oh, hang on." But obviously, it didn't work out the same way.
And the question is, who took longer, Hulk Hogan or the Undertaker? Because clearly, what was supposed to happen after the bell is, well, first of all, I've got to say that Forrest Gump would have been proud of Paul Bearer for trying to run away. He kept running and running, didn't he, Mark?
I was running.
Paul Bearer was trying to run at least. But then it literally took about 4 hours to get this fire spot done. So they tried it twice with how it was supposed to work, where obviously Mankind was going to accidentally catch Paul Bearer. That was the spot.
When it happens twice, it becomes accidental.
There you go. They blew it twice. The Undertaker just went, fuck this, let me do it. Obviously, kicked the shit out of Mankind, so he was out of the way. Paul Bearer's in the corner going, no, Undertaker, no. And then the Undertaker can't fucking lightly sing either. It's embarrassing. Stupid idea. Like, how did they not try it and get it right before trying it on pay-per-view? That's what I want to know.
It's an old spot, though. People have done it for years before, and it's rarely ever gone wrong. Unfortunately, this is the first time I think it really goes wrong, as in timing-wise.
And then Hogan and Warrior get it wrong.
And then Hogan and Warrior ruin it.
You know what this is? This is like, do you think like Undertaker got the same like sort of like deep down like floor swallow me up feeling, like, you know, when his motorbike couldn't start in the future. And like and then he got off it in the end.
Well, I mean, just think, right? Because Shawn Michaels had a similar thing in '96. Yeah, he wins the title at WrestleMania. He faces Diesel at the next In Your House, and you know, has to use Louis Vuitton's fucking leg for the finish. His fake leg anyway.
Yeah.
Right. And then the month after, you've got fucking Beware of Dog. Shawn Michaels thinking, fuck me, I'm cursed. Right. Yeah. The next year, Undertaker must be thinking the same thing with his fire fucking spot, I tell you.
Yeah.
Can I make a point about when it actually works, though? I think it looks more brutal than the original spot had it gone off. Because he's sat in the corner.
Yeah.
He's begging off. Like, Ben White, Taker's face at this point, as much as he's still quite dark character, he's essentially a face. There was nothing brotherly about it. I'm putting this in front of your face. I'm lighting it. I'm watching you burn.
Yeah.
That was that was like, I'd argue to that point, it's probably one of the most brutal moments that WWF had done.
I just think
there was nothing fake. It was like, I'm setting you on fire in your face. That's it.
If Undertaker, I think in hindsight, could have gone back. I think probably the panic on his face or the way he was reacting to like not getting the lot that it started. If he'd have done that a bit more cooler, a bit more like calmer, it'd have been a bit more of a better transition. But it's because you could see it was like, oh, this fucker ain't working. You know what I mean?
But I think it just adds something to it because, I mean, later on in the year, as Taker starts going that darker path again, it almost felt like it unintentionally became like the start of it.
In hindsight as well, like tying Paul Bearer to the ropes with his tie, sort of add a bit of a gimmick in there to say, oh, like, you're not going anywhere. You're not just waiting for me now. Yeah. You can't go anywhere, and it adds a bit more tension to it then, maybe.
You've turned on me in the past, like, I'm not letting you go now.
If you'd have thought on the spot, oh, I can't get this started, you know what I mean? But it's always good in hindsight, ain't it? Because it's the fucking best.
Headcanon is an amazing thing.
Live in front of the crowds, you don't think of it,
yeah.
No, you just go, I'll just get what I planned done and get out of there.
Yeah.
So the match goes 17 minutes, 26 seconds. Do you know what? I've failed to do this whole entire podcast is let you know, Don, because you normally remind me when I fucking forget it. And that's tell you Big Dave's ratings throughout. So
Okay.
I will recap before we go into the main event what Dave's ratings were throughout the night. But in regards to my rating on this one, I've gone with 3.5 stars. I enjoyed it.
I went with 4.
Oh,
Um,
saucer.
I've got to go 3.5 as well.
Okay.
Love this match.
Nice. Big Dave rated this one 3.75 stars. For the opener, he gave it 0.75 for the tag team title match. For the second match, he gave it 0.75. For the third match, which was Spend My Days, he gave that one 1.25 stars.
Wow.
And he's give this one 3.75. So he rated this fairly high too.
That's averagely roughly what we've done.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty much.
ballpark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck Dave Meltzer. But what we then literally go from the Undertaker and Vince McMahon asking a question to fucking an advert of In Your House just randomly.
Yeah.
Someone pressed the wrong button again, clearly. Brett gets to cut another promo, this time with Doc Hendricks. The question I have to ask is, why is he wearing 4 head glasses? No response. Okay.
No.
I want to know.
Bret Hart guy.
Yeah, but I want to know why. What does his brows not get a look at what's going on?
He's a different type of character now, though, ain't he?
Maybe he didn't go and get them plucked before the show, along with his tanning. Who knows?
I think he was still in shock that he didn't see Hugh Morris pop up for the advert for the next film show.
I mean, for me, his eyebrows are buried deeper, or as deep as Shawn Michaels' smile at this point.
Yeah,
and that's that. There you go. Or the lack of. Maybe his mum sorted his smile out. I don't know.
Yeah.
The refs are kicking the boys out on the way to the ring, so Owen and Bulldog are told to fuck off. Owen clearly calls Tim White a cunt, so rewatch it if you didn't catch that. But yeah, it is the main event. It's match 5 on the night. It's Bret the Hitman Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's a return match from WrestleMania without the submission, fucking stipulation. No Ken Shamrock gimmicks. Earl Ebner's in the driving seat for this one. The music for both of them just absolutely pops me. And it's almost like a let's fucking go. Let's get this. This is when like the heat was really turned up for me.
Can I ask you a question? Bear in mind the name of the show, Revenge of the Taker.
Oh, well.
Do you think this match had the right to be the main event? Or do you think it should have been Taker Mankind in hindsight?
Well, obviously, I mean, it was set up as Taker versus Mankind.
Yeah.
And I know they did the storyline gimmick to say, oh, we're going to,
buy you more time.
Yeah, we'll buy you more time. We'll put you on last. No is the answer. I think this should have been the main event.
Man, fair. Mart?
Yeah, of course. Name some Revenge of the Taker and then don't put the Taker in the main event. Makes sense.
So I mean, I get why they've done it in the show. I get that they knew they were on to something with these two, but it strikes me as weird when you're going to build up the main or something to then go.
It's like they didn't know what to do with, like, we can't just go with these two guys. We need to start building people. But it's like
the perfect example of what you're talking about here, Don, though, was already done in 1996 December. So the event was called In Your House, It's Time. So, well, what time is it? Whose time is it? It's Vader time. Yeah. So he was supposed to be in the main event for the WWF Championship that night. He weren't even on the fucking card in the end.
Oh, okay. I just think it's weird though, like when they do that. Obviously, extenuating circumstance, like something real life happens. make a
Yeah,
change.
yeah,
But
yeah, of course.
if it's in the card and you go, you know what? That's my personal opinion. Not slagging off this match at all.
And also as well, what happened to Sid in this picture?
Where is
Yeah,
he?
he went
Where's
from
he gone?
I think
exactly. He went from the WrestleMania main event, lost to Taker, and
I
then
think he got fired or he quit.
he was still around at this time because I was watching some Raws in between.
Oh,
And
My man's getting involved. I like it.
I've been watching the Thunders.
Loser. And then
Merch alert.
and then there was I can't remember which Raw it was because I watched quite a few, but I think it was when Mankind on the promo. I think he was supposed to be Sid Vicious, Psycho Sid in the main event to face him. But it was all like they're saying to Stone Cold, you might have to be in the main event, you might have to like do it, whatever. But that's how it led up to this match. Is because
Brilliant.
Stone Cold had said to Gorilla Monsoon, I will wrestle in your main event and I will fill in for Psycho Sid because he can't be asked to turn up, basically.
He'd definitely been sacked at this point.
Yeah, if I'll do the main event with Mankind, I'll save your ass if you give me Bret Hart at the next pay-per-view. And that's how this match ultimately come about. And then obviously it was dead mad because like Mankind was out there doing the promo and then they went into the match. And then Stone Cold's music just played because there was like building this tension. Who's he going to be? Is Sid going to turn up? Is Sid going to turn? Is he going to be starting? And then Stone Cold just played. And Vince was like, "Oh well, it's Stone Cold." And I'm like,
My God,
that's not even any enthusiasm. He's just like, "Oh, and I believe it's Stone Cold."
Mr. Austin here.
And I was like, "Fuck off."
That put me
Fuck off, dickhead.
Promo
basically,
they kept saying to Mr. Austin. That was so weird. It's like, what has he done and why has he been called into the principal's office?
Austin,
Mr. Austin, have you been smoking behind the schoolyard again? You little bastard.
pretty much. So we get a hot start again. These two just fucking hate each other at this point, which is great. Austin gets the upper hand. Austin, I love when he mimics Bret in the middle of the ring. Like, he kicks the fuck out of him for 5 solid minutes, and then he gets in the ring and he's like, boom, fucking giving it the gimmick. And then guess what he goes and does? Goes back to kicking the fuck out of him. It's brilliant.
Yeah, as you should.
Austin was really finding his stride at this point. This night was his night. I think it was a good night for him tonight.
Yeah.
Night.
It was.
WrestleMania was the turning point. Obviously, that's the main people talk about. But he must have took it from there and thought, you know what, this is it. This is who I am. Let's get rid of it.
Yawning hell. Absolutely. That's his run. And like he knew at WrestleMania they were on something. Let's fucking take it. Let's take it 100 degrees higher.
Yeah.
It is still weird though that in everyone's head that after Mania, like Austin was over us all fucking that pop when he came out. It wasn't an Austin pop yet.
No.
It still needed that little bit more time.
Yeah, definitely.
It was definitely, they've got a pop. He definitely got a pop. And this month, it definitely felt more like, the faces now.
Yeah.
Definitely who the face is.
100%. Bret fucking hates America at this point. Yeah. So we get the second ref bump in a row. So Bret can use the chair. And for me, it's a really good cut-off. And the reason it's a good cut-off is because he's had absolutely nothing up until this point. Austin is all over him. And it's clear now that Bret's style is, I'm the heel. I'm a chicken shit, blah, blah, blah. And he has to cheat to get on top. And he has to do it while the ref's down to. So he does get on top. Figure 4's applied around the post. That's beautiful. Lebner's acting like fucking Herschel out of Walking Dead out there. Like, it's great. And then we just get a cut to Paul Bearer at my face. Oh, not Taker, my face.
You should dress up as Paul Bearer one time.
Fuck you. Also, when did you realise in this match? When did you realise that Lebner was registered blind?
It's Dave, ain't it?
Good question. It's definitely Al. But when was he read? Yeah, Dave was in a fucking car park selling merch after he's had his shit like he was out in the car park.
It's going to take these bin bags out. I'll see you in a bit.
That's a lot of rubbish. 4 times in an hour.
Well, gotta get them hotcakes
wasn't
out.
out there nicking women's belts as well. Or was that a bit too early for him?
A bit too early.
Wow.
A bit too early for that one. Too soon. So, I mean, good selling on the leg from Austin throughout, unlike Earl. The sharpshooter is applied by Austin, but it's interrupted by Owen and Bulldog. A fucking another sharpshooter gets put in. Bulldog gets in there with a chair, and it's a DQ finish in the main event, which is really annoying for me. But Brett doesn't lose to the sharpshooter; he loses by disqualification. Stone Cold Steve Austin is officially over and picking up the W here. Yeah, look, it's just a bit messy towards the end. But this is what they did in your houses. This is what they did on a regular basis to set something up going forward. Yeah. They almost treated it like a mini. It's a Raw main event really to set up King of the Ring, for example, or whatever the next one was. It will be King of the Ring, obviously.
We're a bit more experimental with the booking. But that's like, can we get away with doing this? Does this guy work? I think that's what they use these shows for, and it's a really good idea.
And because it's a cheaper price point as well, compared to the big 5 at the time, you're going to pay more to watch King of the Ring, and you want that finish, don't you? You want that buy. You want that payoff.
Yeah.
Brett goes to get the bell after the decision, but Austin uses a chair to defend himself, and then he puts Brett in the sharpshooter again. So we get the babyface leaving on top. And off the air we go with Austin leaving the entranceway. So the babyface looks strong. The heel looks like a cunt. We've done our job, really, is how they put it. 21 minutes, 9 seconds. 3.75 stars for me.
Ooh.
Brett and Austin, isn't it? That's Brett and Austin.
I'd say 3.5 for mine.
I'm going to say 3. I was really confused by both matches. Had the same. The last 2 matches both had the same problem. If you ask me, if it's a no DQ match, just say outright it's a no DQ. But the second someone can come in and then it becomes DQ, it's like no, pick a lane. I think that was the only thing that hurt this match.
Yeah.
And in fairness, I think the submission match the month before was head and shoulders better.
Agree with that.
But not at all. This was a good match. It's just I've been spoiled from the month before with that submission match.
Without a doubt.
So still a good match. So not a bad little show in the end.
And saying that it was not a bad little show, I think the 5 matches have really, really helped here on our average star rating for the whole event. So Big Dave also rated that match 3.75 stars, by the way. The final rating, so all in all, that is actually our best overall rated show. The eight cards that we've watched so far, that one comes out at top at just over 2.05 stars is where that one rates.
I want to say, who gave it the highest out of the 3 of us? Like, highest rated?
Me at 2.25.
Okay.
Mart at 2. You at 1.9.
Do you think it's because, though, the number, because there isn't, like we've said earlier in the night?
It's 5, isn't it?
Yeah, I could have easily... matches.
I could have easily give Jesse James and Rockabilly 0 stars, but I thought for what they did in the 6 minutes that were given was a pretty solid match.
They told the story.
They did.
As long as you tell a story, I think that's half the battle.
Yep.
You haven't got to be throwing fucking a 5-star classic for Meltzer to have a toss over.
So the worry Look at this raving fucking crackhead running around the ring. That's your story.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So I think for less than 2 hours worth of entertainment, we've got a really, really solid card of 5 matches with well-known characters nowadays. Obviously, still developing at the time, a few of them, but really good overall. You know
what excites me as well?
What's that?
The fact that obviously Paul Bearer's got the burnt face now.
Yeah.
And then anybody who knows about anything about wrestling and previous, that vision of Paul Bearer wearing some bandaged face gear to get over his burns cuts a hell of a promo. That's very exciting.
Very, very significant to the future of the World Wrestling Federation landscape, that's for sure. That has been In Your House 14, Revenge of the Taker. We move on to our next pay-per-view review. We are back in WCW for Slamboree up next. I've got no idea what that card is at this current moment in time, and I could not give a flying fuck. Just surprise myself and see what happens. So for this episode, I have been Rob Campbell alongside.
I am Martin Holland.
And I've been Daniel. Don't put me in Steve Cornfield.
Put me in Steve. Mango. We got a batch. And on that note, we will see you next time. Thanks for listening.
Like, comment, and subscribe, motherfucker.